what is focus group and what is workshop? I know this may be a question already or query for me already from those who are done with this lesson on the simulator. This is a very confusing. I don't think it's confusing, but at times the students are confused for this focus group versus workshop. So let me help you understand that. And if you still have a question based on this, then we can discuss your queries. Focus group is like the name suggests, it is a focused topic discussion. A group of people is they are gathering to discuss a focused agenda, one pointer focused agenda in that meetup. This is a loosely structured meeting, not really a formal one. You don't need a formal invite on the calendar for that. You don't need a formal boardroom or sitting for that. Maybe over a cup of tea or coffee, this discussion can happen. Maybe like if you are just like having like a routine discussion with your teammates. Maybe while you are sitting in your cabin, this meeting can happen. So this is a loosely structured discussion, and whoever is required, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, they can be part of that, subject matter experts, stakeholders, whoever is needed. No hard and fast rule. You can have a facilitator for this discussion. Facilitator is always recommended in any serious discussion, in any specific discussion. If it is a casual discussion, then that's another thing. But usually the project-related discussions are not casual; they are very, very specific. So that is for focus group. Unlike focus group, the workshop or the facilitated workshops, to be more specific, these are the techniques where I believe everybody understands workshop. Workshop is a very formal, structured meeting or gathering of people, which is very, it's very organized as well. So you get a formal invitation for that. You get a formal, location for that within this organization, in this boardroom or in this auditorium or so, this workshop is going to happen. And for the workshops, you may need to have some arrangement of some resources as well, some accessories like a projector, maybe a whiteboard, maybe markers, sticky notes, papers, and maybe writing sheets. I mean, whatever is needed. So that is facilitated workshop with respect to the requirement gathering and understanding of a project. Maybe you guys have attended many workshops in your career. Workshops, in essence, are always like this. If this is a workshop for a training, then of course the agenda for that workshop is going to be related to a training for a particular subject matter expertise. But these facilitated workshops that we are talking about, these are for requirement collection and understanding. So accordingly, your audience is going to be different end users, stakeholders, and customer representatives who are eventually required to understand the requirements of the system. Right? So that is facilitated workshop for requirement collection and understanding. The difference is that the first very obvious difference is that facilitated workshop is very organized by someone. And of course, there should be a good enough reason to go with facilitated workshop. The scope of the work or the scope of the meeting should be way too extensive to go for the facilitated workshop, because there is a planning effort associated with facilitated workshop, and usually the people associated in facilitated workshop, like the different audience who you are going to consult to for requirement gathering and elicitation, they are extensive as well. Maybe from different categories, you would need stakeholders, and that may vary from very junior executive levels to the senior most, directors and global leaders as well, because all of them are the users of the system. So accordingly, you need to organize your sessions, discussions, and the respective audience accordingly. Like I said, there's a lot of organization effort associated with workshop. And in focus group, of course, this is not needed because you know the topic, you know who is needed, and yeah, you know, in a very you know, in a not so intensive way, you are going to discuss this with your members. In both of the cases, you may need facilitator. And the other difference is that facilitated workshop is multi-pointer agenda, which should be communicated to the stakeholders and whoever is needed in the session ahead of time. At times, your workshop, for instance, if there's a 5-day workshop for requirement gathering and understanding, 5 full-day workshop. So for every day, you should have an agenda, maybe agenda in multiple sections, so that only related people who find themselves relevant for that discussion, they come to that meeting. Or if they are specifically asked to join, then they come to the meeting. Otherwise, they are not really needed to join if they don't really connect to that agenda. And that's the reason why we should have the very specified agenda for workshop. But so in focus group, it's like just one pointer agenda. It's like focus group. It's a discussion about a focus topic. So that's the agenda point. The third difference is that the facilitated workshops are very formal, very structured, organized, and the focus groups, they are loosely structured.